Politically, one of the things we talk about at POR as a resistance model is the UN Declaration on Indigenous Peoples, because it also says there's no borders, that we're migrants, you know, and I know that today was also touching on that you, in some of the literature put out, you were actually speaking out on that, the ice raids and stuff. Can you just expound a little bit on that? Was that?
Well, I think I can only talk from my own individual take on what's going on with ICE and so-called. Immigration has been a big issue, you know, for our people for many, many years. But we don't look at it as immigration. We're not immigrants, you know. It's a misnomer, basically. It's just a lot of, what is it, Western type terminology and ideas that are being, you know, what is it, talked about, and that's the kind of like frame of reference. But for us, it's difficult because we don't fit that. We have our own perspective, our own take. We have an Indian perspective, Native perspective on everything that's gone on here from the beginning. And so, as far as we're concerned, it's kind of hard to talk about ICE in the same way, you know, any of this going on, because we have been migrating back and forth here, and I'm sure other peoples around the world have been migrating back and forth.
You know we won't give up.
These are our lands. This is our home. We are the people of the hemisphere here, and we always have been. We don't have anywhere else to go. This is our home. And so this is how we see it. Our people have a right, and will always have a right, to go in wherever we want. Of course, respecting our own relatives, you know, who maybe made their home there for ages. And of course, we have to recognize that's part of the protocol up here, traditional protocol. It should be traditional protocol around the world, as far as I'm concerned. Nobody asked, they didn't know. All the people here that are not native, they didn't come and ask us. They came over here and through a process of in my opinion, just devious methods, you know.
Like Columbus.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you know, it's hard to capitalize everything. It's just very difficult because, you know, it takes a few days. You know, nobody. You know, I know this is a short interview. I'm just trying to give you an idea what this person thinks, you know, about it. You know.
And what's your name and who are you with?
My name is Tomas Reyes, and I'm with the American Indian Movement, not so much as an organization, but in the spirit of the American Indian Movement.
Thank you so much.
But I am part of Indians.
The world woke up with the action at Wounded Knee in '73. We want to continue with that momentum now that we have the international standard on the rights of the world's indigenous peoples adopted by the UN General Assembly just last year in September. 45 articles that were carved out, debated, discussed, meeting after meeting, finally adopted by the General Assembly of the United Nations, all except Canada, New Zealand, and the United States have not signed on. And that is our task here at home, those of us that live here in the United States, to call on the administration, the new president, to join with the rest of the world community who have signed the Declaration on the Rights of Indian People, and to open the path for us to struggle at home to make society, this society, more transparent, so we can have a voice at the table to include an indigenous point of view, to challenge this westernized, Anglo-Saxon dominant point of view that has to change, with the black man and woman there, with the red man and woman there, and the Asian people there as well, with an indigenous point of view.
Warming. We're going to survive that. Who else been living in desolate, hot, overheated, waterless lands? Indian people. You know, and then we told your ancestors about the environment a long time ago, and they went, fuck you. They're not Christians. How can they know that? You know, so that's what it is. You know, relax now. I'm not white bashing here a little bit. This is just a little spiritual spanking you should have got. 1492. Damn. And white folks, you know, like I'm saying, there's some really good, wonderful white folks support us all the time. We had the Irish brother up a little while ago. I got relatives who are Irish and Indian. No drinking problem in that family.